Years have passed, so it's now the year 1913 here in Grover's Corners. Emily and George have been happily married, and Emily is getting ready to deliver her second child. She is lying in the bedroom there, waiting for Doc Gibbs to arrive.
Ow!
Hi, you're finally here. How's she doing? She's in a lot of pain.
Morning, George.
Morning, Cy.
I heard some ruckus from down the road. I came to see what was going on.
Emily's delivering her second baby. I'm mighty nervous.
Well, that's downright exciting, George. I wish you the best of luck. Bye, George.
See you around, Cy.
At this time, George hears a baby crying, so he rushes into the next room. But the doctor's grave face halts his steps. You see, the birth had not gone well, and Emily is dying. Death, however, is not a foreign subject in Grover's lately. Quite a few people have passed on to eternity within the last few years. Mrs. Soames, the town gossip, Mrs. Gibbs, and poor Simon Stimson, who hung himself. But I digress.
Come close, George. I have something to tell you. The baby's not yours. It's...
At this moment, Emily drifts off into the eternal realm and takes her place among the dead. George, however, enters a grief-stricken state of confusion.
Emily! George.
We will now transition to a few months after Emily's death. George has been in a state of confusion ever since that fateful day. His thoughts are continually occupied with Emily's last words.
This baby needs a diaper change. Let me go find it a diaper. What's this?
Today I am filled with the most horrid regret. George was out herding the cattle and the doorbell rang. I opened the door to see a familiar face. We got to talking, and he said it had been an awful, stressful week, so I invited him in for a cup of coffee. I had had a stressful week myself, so we shared our sorrows together. Due to the recent drought, George had been working awful late coming home, and I just...
This is unbelievable! I have to find out who this is!
At this time, folks, George has been hinting around town trying to discover the real father. This has been the biggest scandal since Simon Stimson. But as usual, the people in Grover's Corner ignored the scandal, and George didn't get anywhere. Desperately, he goes to the cemetery to visit Emily.
Emily, how could you do this to me?
I heard through the grapevine that it was Howie Newsom. Howie Newsom, the milkman. Of course, he always was too friendly for his own good.
Howie! How could you?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Right about now, you are probably thinking of all the people Howie Newsom. Well, it serves as a reminder that even in seemingly perfect small towns like Grover's Corners, scandal occurs, even when people try to ignore it.
It was me.
No!
George!
Howie!
George!
No!
George! George, wake up! Wake up! You passed out. It's okay. The baby's here. It's okay.
What happened? Well, you passed out while the baby was being born. Oh! Well, that just explains everything!